1,000 years since my last update. The world is very chaotic, so first of all I want to recommend some petitions, some places you can donate, and there's even a YouTube video now that you can watch, and then the proceeds will all be donated to Black Lives Matter donation spots. YouTube was getting kind of weird about it and took them down a lot, but a lot of them have been going down and then back up. So I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure how like stable they are, but if you do watch them, make sure you don't watch them looped over and over again. Make sure you watch a couple in between so it doesn't think you're spam and it'll still count your ad revenue. And also don't skip the ads because that's where the money's coming from. So that's linked in the description down below, so check those out. I am also, I sent Menagerie Works a foamwork, and they're going to be finishing it up and auctioning it off, and we're going to donate all the proceeds to Tony McDade, the Okra Foundation, I believe it's the foundation. The Okra Foundation, which donates, I think it's mostly food, it might also be shelter, to transgender people of color. So, and then I think the last little bit of donations are going to the ACLU. So, go follow Menagerie Works on Twitter and Instagram. I'll link their stuff down below. I'll also retweet it on my own Twitter. Go check that out. Go bid. It's starting at a really low price, so and all your money's going to a good place. So please check that out if you have the money. And now let me get into updates. The main reason I have not posted any update videos since March is because my hard drive died, and it has like all my footage from like the last like 2 or 3 years, and it's just stopped working. I'm pretty sure it's because my laptop updated, because every time I dropped it I plugged it in immediately and checked it and it's worked. So I think it's a laptop issue, and my laptop is like falling apart and dying. So I'm hoping getting a new laptop will fix that, but if not, I'll have to like get it recovered or something. But so I apologize that this is going to be kind of a sparse video, but I figured I would at least go over everything that I have done just to keep you guys updated. I will be leaving at the end of June. It's now June 10th. I will have a box coming for my storage stuff on the 25th, and after that everything for Etsy will be packed away, so I will put Etsy on vacation mode again. So if you want to get something, get it now. So I'm going to do a sale right before. I might even start working on that now, so go check out my Etsy if you want any last minute buttons, lanyards. I still have a couple props left. Go check that out real quick before I close it up. Tui update. Okay, so Tui, my cat, was diagnosed with diabetes a couple months ago now. She's been on insulin for a little while, and she took to it really well. She went from, when she was first diagnosed, her blood sugar was over 400, which like, if it gets like over 200, that's a little bit worrisome. So she had really high blood sugar, but she went on insulin for about a month or two, and now it's so low that's been a little bit worrying. But she hasn't had any like of the comatose or like any of the like woozy low blood sugar issues, so we've cut down her dose. She's got one more appointment before I leave, and I'm hoping that she can just be off insulin altogether. Maybe have it just in case of emergency, but she's been doing really good. And I'm thinking, I talked to the vet about moving with her, and they didn't really think there was going to be an issue there. So I think it'll be okay. As far as fursuits go, I finished up Topaz, I finished up Splash's refit and patch, and I counted his spots, and he has 136 hand-sewn spots, which is a little bit more than Splash. I don't know how that happened, but he's got more spots, I guess. And I also finished up Atlas, and then I have right here, this is Mongo, and Mongo and Blocky will be finished up in this next week or so, and then they will be shipped out before I leave. And I'm also going to try to finish Cologne before I leave. He's a plentiful suit, so it should be pretty easy to finish him up, but he does have like extra feet and stuff. So we'll see how much I get done. I'm gonna try and get them all done though, and I think I will be able to. The majority of my stuff is packed. I have it all packed in the other room, so I have like a nice big open space over here. I'm starting to get a little bit worried about putting everything in the car, like things that I'll need immediately, but we'll figure it out. And if anything, I could maybe ship something. I don't know, because the storage box is going to be held here in Washington for at least 6 months, I'm thinking, maybe a little bit longer, because I'm not sure if I'm going to stay in Florida or not. So I don't know where I want it shipped to yet, so it's just going to stay here. Oh, and one more thing I'm going to work on. Let me go grab him actually. So this is the animatronic eyebrow stoat. I ended up getting a new, smaller board for him, and it's all going to be powered off of one pack of AA's, and then for the servos they're going to have one of those little rechargeable power banks. So he should be super clean and like user friendly as far as all his parts go. He has a nose now, and I'm gonna probably finish him up once I finish up this one, Mongo and Blocky's heads. I also got LEDs for Basalt, which is the fire-breathing dragon that I'm working on, who has a little micro fog machine that'll be lit with LEDs to kind of do a simulated fire effect. I got all the LEDs for him. Some of them were out of stock for a little while, but they came back in stock. And also what came back in stock were UV, like black light LEDs, which I'm gonna use for the Mossy Gator when he gets finished eventually. And I think that'll be a good like Florida project, get some good gator vibes. So he might be worked on a little bit sooner than I thought. So be on the lookout for that. I also phoned Zard, who is in my Q3. He's gonna have like muscle padding and stuff, which I haven't started on yet because I don't have his duct tape dummy, but he has a head at least. And then I also started foaming Omnisaurus. So these guys are gonna be packed in the car with me, and then I will finish them once I'm in Florida. Along with my other Q3s, which is a new Hypno Korg, along with Cologne too. Oh yeah, one older commission as well. So yeah, those will all be finished up once I'm in Florida. It shouldn't take me much longer than like beginning of July to get moved in and everything. I'm going to be staying in hotels until I find an actual spot, because I tried like a couple weeks ago to get an apartment going, but it was still too early, I think. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get there. And at worst do extended stay hotels, which aren't too bad, until I find an actual place. Also, Disney jobs are starting to reopen, and I'm thinking they're going to be kind of desperate for jobs, because I've heard that they are taking just regular Americans for the Epcot programs, where they usually get people from the actual native countries. So it kind of seems like they're just kind of filling spaces with what they can find. There was a job in Vero Beach at the Vero Beach Resort that I was looking at, so there's jobs here and there. Hey, don't knock that over. Yeah. So the jobs are starting to trickle in Disney-wise, so I'm hoping that I can score one of those to get that sweet, sweet Disney insurance. Dr. Garamone started up in May again. They lifted the ban on elective surgeries, so as soon as I can get the last little bit of my top surgery money or pay off my credit cards, which was going to be the last little bit of it, and also get like the down payment and stuff, then I'm going to start working on that. Hopefully, best case scenario, Disney insurance will pay me back and reimburse me for it. But we'll see. And then Q4 is open, and those are just gonna go like business as usual. for work on those. I have like maybe 1 or 2 people that are in it, but I still have spaces open. If you want to grab one of those before the year's out, those will be finished up by the end of December and started in October. So and those will just operate as usual once I moved in Florida. So I ended up getting Beach Bear's eyes and his little jaw part for my birthday, so I took the day off and just worked pretty much. I think I did a couple extra days, so this wasn't all done in one day, but I worked on him all day on my birthday, and then each time I had like a day off, I worked on him. So his face sculpt is pretty much done. It still needs like some smoothing and some filling out and stuff. And then I put together like his face mechanisms basically. I don't know if I'm gonna take that stuff with me. I have all my animatronic stuff in a big tub, and it's like packed along with my car stuff, but it is a very big like Tupperware, so I don't know if it's gonna fit in the car. I have it on my to-do list before I move to do a test pack of the car, so I guess we'll find out then if it fits. I finished up Atlas in the last couple days, and he's been posted to Patreon, which gets to see all my fursuits a week early before they're posted publicly, and you get like the full, usually like 20 or 30 pictures, the full album, instead of just the 3 or 4 that are posted on Tumblr and Twitter. So check that out if you want to see more fursuit pictures. I'm also, once I get back into editing video more, I will put more work in progress videos on there. And also there's different tiers, so you can get a shout out at different tiers. I'm gonna try to do that on this video. We'll see how that goes. So if you want to get a shout out, get listed on the intro, all of that, check out patreon.com/TunnySaysIDK. And I think that is about everything. And I think the next updates should be on the road updates. I don't have a lot of space because of my dead hard drive, but I will try to film as much as possible. I have a pretty good amount of SD cards, so maybe I can just keep it all on the SD cards. I tried to use Dropbox for a little while, but Dropbox apparently, it says it's $15 a month, $25 a month, but then you have a minimum of 3 users, and then it multiplies that by 3, so it's $75 a month. And I was like, oh yeah, I can totally do that, and then I realized it was 3 users, even when you set it down to 1 user. So my camera cut off, but in short, Dropbox is way too expensive, so whatever, I'll figure something out. I might get one more hard drive, I might get some more SD cards, I don't know. But I will try and document my trip as much as I can. That's pretty much it for the update, so stay safe. Check out the links in the description for petitions, donations, free ways to donate. Check out Menagerie Works for the donation head and go bid on that, and stay safe out there.